This is my 6-week worm update. Started out with 2 pounds of worms 6 weeks ago, and I had them split. I had them all in the bottom layer of this, and then I split them, and I split them again, and I split some into here. So I'm going to show you this one level by level, and then I'm going to show you how this one's doing. Okay, I'm going to take you through the different layers of my worm factory. I got the bottom one there. I'll set the others off to the side here. This was the original bedding, and I split it once. And man, it just is so moist. It's too moist. I don't know where all that moisture comes from because I don't add any moisture to it. But it's very wet. And there's some worms left. Not that many. I think it's too wet for them. Well, there's still some worms in there. That's that level. This next level here is working pretty hard too. It's not as wet because I've made it less wet. And there's not that many worms left in here either. I've given them too many choices is what's happened. But there's still some working in this. It's not fully composted though by any means. Now this level here, now I know where all the worms went to. They just moved up a flight. They like this squash hull. There's quite a few of them in here, like lots. Little ones, medium-sized ones, big ones. This is definitely the level that's got the most activity right at the moment. And look, there's a white, that's a grub. I just picked them out and threw them away. And then this level here, which I don't really need 4 levels, you know, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to redistribute my worms again, but some of them, this is kind of a dry level up here. I mean, it's barely moist. And there's not that many worms in this batch, but there's some. The ones that like to climb upward end up here. There's a snail shell. I don't know what that's doing in there. Okay, this was an EnviroCycle composter that I had that I never really liked the way it worked because it didn't work very well. You know, it would roll things into big hard balls instead of need to break them up. But it was mostly operator error. However, I've modified it with holes in the top and bottom, and it's a worm bin now. Let me just take a handful of this goo at random, put it over here on this tray, and show you how much. This is a very active bin. I mean, I can just take another handful at any point. Look at that. They love eggshells for laying their eggs. They get in there, you know. And there's, I'd say about a bushel down there. I mean, a half bushel anyway. It's quite a lot of stuff and quite a lot of worms. You know, you really shouldn't mess with them, but you have to check on them every now and then to make sure that conditions are decent. Obviously, in there, conditions are ideal. When you see this little baby, that means they're reproducing at a rapid rate. That one's kind of mid-sized. There are some fat ones in here if you... Well, anyway, I doubt you care as much about worms as I do, but if you're interested, that's why I made the video.